If a is a negative integer, which means it's a negative whole number, then which of the following statements are true? Which of the number sentences are true? So if a is negative, let's think of it as -1. If a is -1, then we have 5 plus -1. And we're trying to determine if that is less than 5. Is 5 plus -1 less than 5? It is, because this side becomes 4, and 4 is less than 5. What if we tried a different number for a? What if we tried -10? Then this side would be -5, and -5 is less than 5. So a is correct, true. Could it be that 5 plus a is greater than 5? Let's subtract 5 and see if we can get a to be bigger than something. We're going to pretend like this is an equation. And we're left with a over here is greater than 0. Is a greater than 0? No, because a is negative, which means it has to be less than 0. How about C? If we subtract 5 here, we're left with -a is greater than 0. Well, -a just means the opposite of a. A is a negative number, so what's the opposite of a negative number? A positive number. So then a is a positive. Are positive numbers bigger than 0? Yes. Positive integers can be bigger than 0. All right, let's look at D. 5 minus a is less than 5. Again, we're going to treat this like an equation. Is the opposite of a negative number, also known as a positive, is a positive less than 0? Some positive numbers we have are 10, 25, 13, 2. Are those smaller than 0? No. No and no. E. 5a is less than 5. Let's go back to this idea. If a was -1, 5 times -1, is that less than 5? Here we see this becomes -5. Is -5 less than 5? Are we sure that -5 is less than 5? Yeah. What if it was -10 instead of -1? That would make this side -50. Is -50 smaller than 5? Yep. Over here we have 5 times. This is -5, and it's saying -5 is bigger than 5. Is that true? No, a negative number can't be bigger than a positive number. Okay. The next set, we have 5 plus a is greater than a. We can treat this just like an equation again. Over here we're left with 5, and over here we're left with 0. Is 5 bigger than 0? Yes. Let's do the same thing here. Is 5 less than or smaller than 0? No. Okay, so we can treat this like an equation for this one as well, or we can just plug some numbers in. I'm going to show you both ways. Is 5 bigger than 2a? Well, if a is a negative, Maybe like -1. This would become -2. Is 5 bigger than -2? Yes. Another way we can do this problem is by plugging in a number for a. 5 minus, wherever we see an a, we have to put the same number. We are just trying to see if we can figure out one possible choice for a. This becomes 7. Remember, a minus, a negative is the same thing as adding. Is this bigger than -2? Yeah, 7 is bigger than -2. 5 minus a. Again, we can do the same thing. Is 5 going to be smaller than a negative number? What if we put in -10 for a? This side would become -20. Is 5 smaller than -20? No, 5 is bigger than -20. It's farther to the right on our number line. Okay, so we are going to put in a number for a. We can do -1. 5 times -1. Is that greater than -1? Over here we have -5. Is -5 bigger than -1? No, because -5 is farther to the left on our number line. Down here, let's try L. 5 times, let's try -10 this time. Over here we have -50 is less than -10. Is that true? Is -50 smaller than -10? Yes.